I took some medicine for the pain in my mouth, but then like 5 minutes after taking medicine, I threw up. So I'm wondering, should I take medicine again? Like, did it have time to get in my system? What's the deal? Top of the morning, I just woke up. Well, actually, I woke up 3 hours ago, and then I went back to sleep because I felt I didn't want to make this video early in the morning. So I just went back to sleep. Can't you see that I'm asleep? I just want to be asleep. Today on the agenda, I want to transfer my plants to a bigger pot. So hopefully I can do that. I got this plant. You want to see the plant? I got this plant, but I think it needs a bigger pot. So we gonna put this motherfucker in a big boy pot today and see what happens. I've never repotted a plant before, so we'll see. Nothing much, man. I'm not doing nothing much today. Just cleaning up the house. I'm gonna try to do my hair. I gotta do my hair like once a week. Every fucking 3 days it seems like. I'm gonna try to take the kids outside, you know. They need to move around. Easy peasy, man. Just try to keep moving forward. Clean my room, write in my journal, try to come up with some more ideas for this vlog. So I need to start working on music. I need to start working on music. If I had music, I wouldn't have to talk as much. I need some fucking music, bro. Yes, sir. Just little steps, you know, little baby steps, you know. I cannot believe I was late uploading my video yesterday, but I gotta get over it. It fucking sucks. But all I can do is keep going. I can't go back. I can't fix it. I was late. I did my best. I didn't do my best. I think that's what hurts. I don't think it's the fact that it happened. It hurts. It's the fact that I know that I did not do my best. It hurts because I had other ideas and I went with that one and it failed. So now it's like, fuck. What would have happened if I would have went with another idea? If I didn't have another idea, it wouldn't bother me. Maybe, you know, because that's the only thing I knew how to do. So I did what I did what I could only do. But that's not the case in my situation. Like, I had a lot of options and I chose that one, and it was the wrong one. I want to fucking choose again. I want a chance to start over and get another choice. Like, I want a choice, you know. I picked the wrong choice. Let me try again. But we are trying again, right? Like, I'm making the video now. I'm starting again right away. I'm not waiting a year, 2 years, 6 months to try again. Like, I don't need time to soak in my failure. I can get up right now, the next day, and try again. You know, I should have got up right after I posted the video because I had to get the video started. It was so late that after I recorded the video, I had to go straight to editing, straight to publish. Like, I don't even think I watched it after I edited it. I just put it together. I have like a little system now. So I followed that system, put the intro in there, and I fucking saved it, exported it, and published it real quick. And I was still late because it took an hour and fucking 20 minutes or like an hour and 30 minutes to upload. It typically takes about 45 minutes, but it was a Friday night, so I guess people were using that fucking internet, you know. It was peak hours. So it is what it is, you know. Those are things that I have to take into account. But while the video was uploading, I could have recorded another video. It took an hour and a half. I could have recorded 3 videos. That's doing my best. That's the type of work ethic I would apply to a 9-to-5 job. You know, the overachiever. It's like, oh, I'm only required to do 1 video? Okay, I'm gonna do 3 videos. But I think that's only me when the 9-to-5 is easy or when the task is easy. I have to be honest with myself. I really do. Because in school, when I was going through the graphic design program, and I had these sketch classes, these drawing classes. I call them sketch classes though. They weren't really teaching me the art of drawing. They were teaching me the art of sketching, which is a tad bit different. geared towards graphic design. So it's a tad bit different. So I wouldn't overachieve in that class because that class was really hard for me. It was really hard for me and I didn't feel good at it. It was embarrassing. I didn't know how to overcome those challenges of just sketching and accepting that it didn't look the way I wanted it to look. I'm used to being very good at things, you know, and when I'm not very good at it, I don't want to do it. And it's not like a conscious thought like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't really think that at the time. I don't. Because I never thought about not wanting to do graphic design. I always thought that that was my thing. But sketching was hard. You know, it's hard to explain it exactly, but when I would get those sketching assignments, I remember one assignment, it was, we had to draw like 5 iterations of a model, like a figure. We were making like action figures or cartoons or something. We were making some type of character, right? And we had to do different variations of these characters, and the teacher would pick a few, and then we would do different iterations of the ones that he picked, right? And we would break it down like that. I did not overachieve. I just did the bare minimum on that project. I remember being intimidated, like, fuck, you want how many? The minimum is 5, you know, but if you want to be good, you should do 10, and anything over 10 is great. I did 5. I think I may have just waited till the last minute until he was like, okay, you got to do something, and I just gave him 1. I was one of those students in that class, and I'm turning out to be that type of worker during with this vlog, you know, waiting to the last minute and then turning in whatever I have and just expecting people to accept it, expecting myself to accept it. And I don't accept it. No, I don't accept it. You know, I don't accept that video that I turned in yesterday. I didn't want to turn it in. I wanted to say, you know what, I'm already late, fuck it. Because I don't accept failure. There's no excuses for that. Like, I know there was a moment where I could have fucking solved the problem and I didn't take that moment to solve it. So it bothers me. And honestly, if it happens again, I'm probably going to make the same mistake. So why try? If I have another opportunity to miss the moment, I'll probably miss the moment. So why even try? I don't know. I try because I have to try. You know, I try because I have to try. Like, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be inconsistent. I don't want to be a procrastinator. I don't want to be a failure. So the only way to succeed is to try until you succeed, or you just die trying. Cause I just want to fucking, I don't want to be this way anymore, I guess. At one point I did want to be this way. At one point, this was a dream, to be a failure, you know. But it's not my dream anymore to fail in life. It's not my dream to die. I don't want to die anymore. I don't want to be a bum. So now I have to figure out what type of life I want to live and try to live that life. And I'm going to fail because I've succeeded at failing. I'm very good at it. But who knows, if I keep trying to live and trying to succeed for the next 30 years, maybe I'll be just as good at succeeding as I am at failing, you know? It only took me 30 years to get here, you know? That bothers me too, the fact that I may not have enough time. I may not have enough time to be a success, to turn my life around, to outlive the failures, the karma of failure, you know? The cycle, yeah. I may not have enough time to outlive the cycle of failure. But then I ask myself, well, what do I want to do with the little bit of time that I do have? I want to try to succeed. Like, I don't want to sit here and wallow in my failure. That's not my ideal life. I think I'm willing to wallow in my failures if it means protecting my family, you know. But that's the only reason why I would choose that. I wouldn't choose that if it was just me. I think I would eventually get to a point where it's like, damn, I'm gonna go out. I might as well go out like me. I think I always get to that point. I've always been a person that when I make mistakes, I wallow in those mistakes for a few months. You know, I don't pull myself out and I don't have anybody around me to pull me out. I have a very stubborn mindset. But eventually, I get to a point where I realize, hold up, I can still try. Like, I don't gotta go out like that. I believe the problem in the past, though, when I realized that I can still try, I don't try to do the same thing that I was doing before because I assumed that what I was doing was wrong. So I try to do something different. And the thing about it is, all knowledge doesn't cross over, if that makes any sense. As an example, I used to work in a body shop, working on cars. I did that for a month or two, maybe more, I don't know. Shit got bad, I left. I felt bad for leaving. Maybe I should not have left. I wallowed in it. Cool. Well, a year or maybe a few months later, I go to school. I start taking music lessons. Some of the principles and fundamentals from body shop transfer over to music class, but not all of them. Not enough for me to succeed in music class. I still fail in music class. And then I get to a point where I want to start doing something again after wallowing for fucking months. And I do something else. I don't go back to music class. So my point is that I never succeed. I never get past that first hump of failing because I'm always picking up a new goal, a new activity. I'm always starting something new, right? Instead of just fixing what you have. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel. That's what I believe the problem is. I believe that if I keep going back to the same thing, eventually I will see progress. And I believe that because of my marriage. I've been married for, I've been married for, I want to say 7 years. Yeah, I've been married for 7 years. So doing something consistently for that long has shown me that, yeah, people do change and get better if they keep coming back and doing something. Also, I was in the electrical trade for about 3 years. And although I thought I was good at it from the beginning, I grew a lot in those 3 years. And not just with, not just working with tools or putting up pipe. I didn't just get better at those things. I got better at dealing with the situations that were presented to me on a daily. The people that were presented to me on a daily. I had to understand the type of person that I had to be in order to get the results from the people around me, from the environment around me. Because, that's the problem in situations like, when I'm working a job, the task doesn't bother me as much as the environment, the people, the situations that I'm put into, right? Because I feel like I fail in those situations, and those situations are hard for me to come back to and show my face. It's like, if somebody talks to me or says something to me, and it affects me in a way that I don't like, and I'm not able to react properly, I'm gonna fucking think about that for like weeks. I'm gonna be disgusted with myself about how I reacted to that situation. It's gonna bother me. Every time I see that person, it's gonna bother me. Like, fuck, I was a dumbass in front of that person. I shouldn't have responded that way. It takes me a while to understand how to act around a different group of people, a different environment. But it's rare that I stay long enough to use what I learned in that environment. Does that make sense? Like, I only stay in an environment long enough to learn how to survive in it. As soon as I learn how to get it, as soon as it starts making sense, I leave. That's kind of intentional. It's kind of like an instinct thing. Because I feel so bad. It was so hard to get there that when I get there and I actually feel comfortable, I actually feel confident in the situation, I get the fuck up out of there. You gotta leave when you're on top. Because I feel attacked. Like, the whole time I was uncomfortable, I felt attacked. It felt personal. It felt like people were doing it to me on purpose. And I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to seem like a pussy. So I stayed there and I kept showing up. Until the day that I felt like, yeah, I'm still here, bitch. You thought I was gonna leave. You wanted me to leave, but I'm still here. Yeah, now what? Now what you gonna do? You uncomfortable now, ain't you? Okay, I'm gonna leave now. That's weird. I don't know, but that's my comfort zone, I don't want to be that person, but that's the person that I've become. You know what I mean? I'm working on myself daily, and it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard to fight the impulses that I have programmed into myself, because I didn't program any good impulses. I didn't program any good habits. And so my comfort zone is actually a danger zone. You know, I programmed myself to believe that the safety zone, like my safety zone, is actually a danger zone, if that makes sense. I'm comfortable in situations that hurt me. And I believe that the situations that feel good scare me. Trying to change that is taking me some time. It's taking me a lot of time. And it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot to try to change that part of me. But I am trying. I'm working on it. I'm doing it every day. Like every time I record this video, a little bit of me changes in the direction that I want it to go in. Every time I get up and I make my bed, every time I take my children outside, you know, it's just little things, because the failure in me would just not make my bed, would just stay in the house and let my children play games. You know, that's the failure. Just eating processed foods or going out to eat because I'm too sad and lazy to cook. That's the failure in me, and I don't want to be that person. Although it's hard to just be the person I want to be. I am being that person, a little by little every day, just a little bit of that person, you know. For 30 minutes at least every day, I know that I am being the person that I want to be, and not the person that I am. For 30 minutes every day, I know I'm walking forward, for sure, like it's a guarantee. So that feels good. Like I'm not getting paid from this. Money would be great. Money is everything. But to know without a doubt that I'm moving in the right direction, at least a little bit every day, feels good. It feels good to acknowledge that. You know, like, I don't think about that.